Test, test. Let's see if my microphone's any better. Looks like there's no feedback, right? Or at least not as much as before. Hey, Ansel.
All right, can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. I'm guessing y'all can hear me before then. Okay. So if you're here, say here. Attendance.
Here.
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 Actually,
Here.
can you just say your name?
Oh, come on.
Ansel. Okay, Marios, Ansel, Rod, Jack.
Will.
Will.
Isai.
Zanal.
Robert, are you here? Okay,
Yeah,
Zanal.
I just came in.
All right, Sarah. I think everyone's in the chat. All right, so as you all know, Roger's gonna be taking over as project lead for next year. So we're gonna get him started with running general meetings and integrating him more into the leadership. So let's pass on to Roger.
All right. Well, welcome to the second general meeting for spring quarter. I haven't kept up much of what's going on, so I'll just read off the announcements. So, as said last week, the competition is still a go, but it has been delayed a bit. As we all know, the Dean's match has been pushed back to fall, so funding will have to wait. And as always, thanks, Tandy, for recording and posting these videos on YouTube. Let's see.
Sure thing.
So, let's see. Well, as always, knowledge documents, got anything new, put them up. Always check on the Gantt chart every now and then, see if your teammates or your team is up to date with stuff or if any new changes. Because with this whole quarantine thing, some stuff will probably push back. So maybe go ahead, take a look at the Gantt chart, see if you need to update it or anything. Well, so I guess we'll get to the teams, I guess. So mechanical, so I heard there's problems with the PCB rack, so I guess now's a good time to discuss it with the electrical.
Okay, forgive the background noise, but so for the center tube with the electrical rack, the PCB size is currently 5 inches in diameter for each PCB. And we're like, oh, that's great. Like, we have a 6-inch diameter tube, it's gonna fit perfectly. Like, we have like a half an inch on each side, it's gonna be great. Problem is that we didn't check the flange's inner diameter, which is like kind of like the caps for the tubes, I guess. And that inner diameter is the same exact diameter as the PCBs, which means that it doesn't fit because of clearance. So we have a couple of different ways to work around it. One, let me see, I posted it, let me go get it real fast. Is to, like, a couple members of mechanical mentioned this, is to find like a hole that aligns with all the PCBs and like drill a hole through all of them so we can essentially like kebab it to make it all like fit and like fit consistently perfectly inside the tube. Another one is to sand down or like remove essentially the inner diameter of the flange by like a little bit just to have enough clearance for it. Third option is to beg EE team to make smaller PCBs before they order it or something, I don't know. And the fourth option is to just remove the flange every time, which is annoying, but I mean, like, it's the, like, I don't know, it's like, it's a sure way to make it fit every time and such. Is there any, like, opinions on, like, any other team on what we should do? Talking to electrical team a lot.
I think the whole idea seems to work fine.
The what?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I think drilling holes should be fine because we did leave enough space on the bottom for all the PCBs.
Uh-huh.
So that would work. That wouldn't be a problem. And we already ordered the PCBs, so it's too late to resize them.
Oh, okay, okay. Okay.
Would you be fine if we drilled a hole through the PCBs, Isai?
Yeah, that's fine.
Right. If you're not talking, could you mute yourself? Ansel, what do you think about the whole idea? I think it's the best approach.
It was one of the more favored ones on my team, so I think it could work.
Are there any downsides to it besides us having to drill?
If I remember correctly, and like I might not be remembering correctly, I think Matt didn't want us to drill holes through the PCBs. I don't really know if it was because I don't really know, like, I don't remember the reason off the top of my head, like why. But
he didn't want to drill the holes because it's really hard to do, and he had a bit of trouble trying to do it with other PCBs. But it's just work. That's the only problem, I think.
Then yeah, we could just drill a hole through them. Like, it's not the most elegant solution ever, but it could work. Is the rest of my mechanical team here? Okay, yeah, I guess not.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Thoughts on the drilling a hole through it? I know you said you kind of wanted to do it.
I mean, as long as electrical's fine with it, I think that was like our biggest concern, like not affecting the electrical's progress.
Yeah.
But if it's not affecting them in any bad way, then I think it's okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Also, I think for the camera mount and whatever we have for the Jetson and other the computing stuff, we should probably leave that as the same rack that we have right now, and then so that it stays in place, and then kind of have something different but connected to it for the PCBs. If that makes sense.
Can you go over it one more time for me?
So the rack we have right now,
Yeah.
kind of maintain that, but only for the two acrylic plates, the cheese plates we have.
Uh-huh.
So that we could, because for the camera mount and the other stuff we have to mount on the second board, and then for the PCBs, however we're doing that, it would be connected to the original one, but it would be different, obviously, but connected somehow. We could go over that later.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah, if the electrical team's fine with us drilling a hole, I guess, then we can drill a hole.
Yeah, we might have to like change the design a little bit, but
For sure, yeah.
other than that, we should be fine.
Okay. Well, then, yeah, I guess we're cool with drilling a hole in it. Then, yeah, otherwise the design shouldn't change. Thanks, dudes.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think that's it for us.
Go for it, Rod.
I mean, isn't okay? So that's good that we sorted out. Quick question though. Well, Isai, could you look at all the current PCBs we've designed so far and see if there's a general spot where they all have like a blank area? So is there? Cause I'm looking at them. It looks like the bottom parts of most PCBs are open for drilling holes.
We made sure to leave at least a small part of the bottom open.
Okay.
So all
Yeah.
of them should have.
Okay, that's fine. All right. So
Question.
yeah.
Did they only leave like open space at the bottom? Because we're gonna have to drill 2 holes on opposite sides.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Because one like through hole isn't really enough support. But looking at the other one,
if there's like more of a central area in all the PCBs.
not all of them do. I think a couple of them have like a microcontroller in the middle.
Oh, okay. Maybe
I
not
think-
like dead in the center, but
You just need 2 holes on the sides, so like 2 holes on opposite sides. But I don't know if only like the bottom part is open.
Well, I guess we'll look at it during today's electrical meeting. Is that okay, Isai?
Yeah, we
Okay.
can take a look at it.
Okay. Other than that, I think it's electrical team. I guess can talk.
We're still trying to fix the electronics rack. Me and Matt got together last week to work on it. We started putting some things together. But we are meeting up in groups of 2, although we haven't met up much to work on that. We'll talk more about it during our meeting, see what we want to do. We're still working on the knowledge docs because there isn't much else for us to do until the PCBs arrive, since we already ordered them. And besides that, we're almost done with the purchase sheet. That's it.
Okay, sounds good. Any questions for them besides the whole rack thing?
What's your estimated time for the?
So for the PCBs, how many sets are we getting?
We ordered 5 of each.
Oh, nice.
When do we think the purchase sheet will be complete?
Hopefully soon. We have like everything filled out. We just have to double check to make sure like it's the right parts.
Great.
So hopefully maybe today's meeting, but it should be soon.
Okay. So software Marios.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So, I finally got CUDA toolkit working and stuff on my laptop. So everything that I was doing on the Jetson directly and stuff, because I couldn't use CUDA anywhere else. Now I can do on my laptop. So simulations with CV, start that now. And then I also wrote a knowledge document for like how to use ROS and Darknet. So like setting up the Darknet node in ROS. So yeah, so that just needs review now. And then so automation's working on like the drop weight state machine. Last meeting we were talking about it, and there might be. I mean, shouldn't really be a problem. It's just that the tracking for it is going to be different than tracking for like objects in front of it, like looking where like the bins are. Because the camera's gonna be facing down, so it's gonna be like different kind of movements to track it. So it depends on what directions like the sub can move for like how efficient we can make that state machine. But it shouldn't be a problem as long as the camera does work in the end. Dark network. I haven't met with the GUI team for a while, so I don't know what's going on with them. Like I think since Monday of last week, it's like the first meeting of the quarter. And then microcontrollers, I was talking to Steph earlier in the week, and she said she was looking at like the layout from like, the previous thruster drivers and stuff. See how it'll transfer to like the new layout and like the new microcontrollers and all that. And that's about it for software.
Okay. Do you know if Stephanie I don't know if it's related or not, but has Stephanie talked to the electrical team about the pinouts or the layout of the motor or no?
Don't know.
Oh, that's fine.
because we were talking about like the thruster driver code that we already had for
Oh, okay.
sub.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
That's fine. I'm not sure how related that is, but okay. Any questions, guys, about software? No. No questions. No. Okay. All right. So that's that part. Sponsorships. I'm still not doing that stuff yet, so I don't know anything. Jack, is there anything? I don't think so. Is there anything?
No news about sponsorship.
All right. No sponsorship news. Is any general questions or whatever's going on? No. All right. Everybody's alive, right?
Yeah.
So far.
Okay.
How's
Great.
everyone
Yeah.
feeling about the whole like remote working on the submarine and such? How's it
For
working
well, at
out
least
for people?
mechanical is gonna get kind of annoying later. Well, when you actually need
Oh,
to
yeah,
like
for
fully
sure.
assemble it.
But for now, how's it been going?
For
For
software,
now,
I don't-
we're just doing CADs. Like,
Okay. How about for other teams?
for software, I don't think it's a problem. But that's because we don't really have any physical that we work on, just like the code and all that.
You say?
Electrical has just been a lot of document writing, not much working.
Are there any changes that you think would be helpful for us to manage this for the next 3 months?
Is there a screen share option on Discord, or no?
I think there is.
there
Oh,
is. Mechanical has
okay.
been doing that for their R
Okay.
meetings for
Yeah.
years.
Okay. I'm just saying, maybe for like maybe in the future meetings, like if like mechanical wants to like showcase some new designs or something, it'd be pretty cool to, or electrical too, to do some screen shares so everyone can like see it and provide feedback.
I like that. How else with like using Discord and Slack and just the overall like connectiveness of the team, despite it being all kind of online. So it seems like there aren't any issues so far. Are there any ways that we can better this whole experience? Like, is there any particular tools you might have thought of, or things you're not really liking, or things that we need to change? Because it's something that we need to adapt to. And so, are there any suggestions for that?
I just have a question.
Yeah.
For electrical meetings, do you guys only do it on Slack?
Have our meetings on Messenger, on Facebook.
Gotcha.
Okay. Well, if anyone has any feedback or suggestions for how to better manage all the stuff on the online environment, do reach out on Slack because we can love to hear any feedback and such regarding that. Any other questions and concerns?
How was my first time leading, guys, or second time actually, but the first like real official leading? What did you guys think?
You're doing great, Roger.
Any? Okay, well, aside from Jack, any other feedback? Nah.
I like it.
All right, thanks, Tandy. Everybody, all right, thanks everybody. Are we done, Jack? Right, I can call it off.
Yeah, unless anyone else has any questions or comments.
Anything else, guys?
Well, I just have so electrical is gonna go over the location of the holes later on, right? During their
Yeah,
meeting.
we have a meeting. I think 6 to 8 tonight.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess if we're able to, I don't know, pinpoint some locations, I guess we'll post them on Slack or maybe here on the Discord too. Okay. All right. Thanks everybody for coming out. Stay safe. Don't slack off. All right, have fun.
Sounds good. Thanks.
Bye.
Thanks. See you.